try to pick options that may have worked for Cloud or Shulk, and then it just doesn't work for one or the other.
Makes sense. It's a good observation.
I don't think I got it across clearly, but you know what I mean. Like,
no,
it's hard to react to them interchangeably.
Yeah, you bring up a
so
good point.
Vastly different, but their disjoints are still similar enough where that's where the mix-up sort of becomes a thing.
Turning things a bit on its head now, we're going to be seeing Vinnie and Mr. E. Last time we saw them, they were playing fantastically versus Chris and Cyber, who were also playing very well the last time we saw them on stream.
Yes, definitely. I want to see PK Chris tighten it up after his last set on stream, but other than that, I think they'll be fine.
Worried about where they can start this, just because I feel like this set's going to default itself to Town and City at some point, just because it's a great stage for every character on the field. But how they get there is what I'm a bit curious with. Omega. Oh, that's the important part, man.
There's no flash.
Oh.
According to other commentators.
Well, we'll have to see about that. But we've got the start to this. No platforms. Pretty interesting. We've already discussed this, how it's Juggle City. A lot of ledge trapping as well. And both of those are aspects that are really strong in favor of Vinnie and Mr. E.
Yeah, definitely. Lucina is very scary when she gets her strings, and being able to not have to worry about platforms is very huge for her.
Although in a bit of a twist from what you would expect, it's been Chris and Cyberman really dictating how this match is being paced. But that doesn't mean anything. Vinnie wants this stage, it's his. And there's the major fault in when Chris starts to get really heavy with his PK Thunders. It leaves Ness so open. And even if he does go directly for the PK Thunder 2, it's really dangerous. There's still a bit of time where the projectile has to tail its way around, so he's always going to be open to some degree. And
you definitely do not want to be throwing it out too much in the matchup against Lucina, because that's a free counter.
Missing the follow-up with the up air, but managing to cover it back up with the back air. Blue team's starting to pick themselves up a bit. You know, I'm just realizing this now.
Still hanging on to his stock.
He's been throwing himself in the thick of the battle, too. Like, pretty dangerous for him. He's finally losing out his stock. But Blue team, I think, has been managing with this situation very well.
I like seeing PK Chris stall with I believe it's called the PSI magnet or something like that.
Yep.
Yeah. It shows that he's still very aware of how he wants to play his neutral. It doesn't look like it, but he does know what he's doing.
And he manages to get the second.
Oh no! Oh no!
I'd say it was worth. They're sitting at a stock deficit, and it was pretty early on, but that was still fairly early for Vinnie on the stock as well. Very haphazard edge guard.
I wonder if Vinnie knew that he was going to sell his recovery short if he just jumped in front of it. Because that's definitely a method of killing Ness, even though nobody does it on purpose.
Yeah, you could just like run into the projectile. Doesn't deal a lot of damage or knockback, like under any circumstance. I thought he was going to PK Thunder right off the stage.
Yeah, that was scary.
Like, I wouldn't have been surprised if he did it, but I would have been confused. Because E is sitting here at 138, like a solid confirm from either member of Blue Team, and that stock is cooked. Hey, there you go.
There it is. Everybody's just flying off.
Now Cyber, once again left in the 2v1 situation. I feel much more dangerous this time around, thanks to how well Vinnie and E can cover a single ledge.
Just like that.
Vinnie didn't even need to do anything. He was charging limit. Like, the entire time it took him to charge limit, and that stock was gone. You know, FD wasn't that bad for the boys.
No, I don't think so.
I think they could bring it back. I also feel Town and City would have been the smarter pick, but they kind of want to go to Dreamland?
Suzaku?
All right. Suzaku Castle would have been a cute
If
option.
we're gonna do Omegas, can we do Guar Plane?
I love that.
It's
so
the
good.
best music. See Vinnie go into his trademark Sheik, the Entertainer.
Very smart pick. So recognizing that they're going to stick with the FD pick, but move the situation at hand to Suzaku Omega, I feel like this is a really good swap for Vinnie, just because the layout of the stage leaves a lot more room for Sheik to be able to cover space. And
Can we just acknowledge the fact that PK Chris just taunted for no reason?
no, yeah, it looked like
He didn't eat a punish for it yet.
it looked like everybody was just moving around a tiny bit, and that's how Chris decided to take advantage.
Yep, of all the things you want to get done, that's high on the priority list.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it definitely helped him. He's not dead yet.
Yeah. It definitely creates a tilt factor. I don't even know if Mystery and Vinny care, but like, if someone taunts me and I don't punish them for it right away, that's how you tilt me. That's definitely mind games.
Vinny and E are so like hard-boiled from years of competing in Smash, and having such a dominant hold on the double scene here at home that like they can see anything and they're all right with it.
Yeah, 14-year-old kid's not going to get to him, I guess.
Especially if they can get synchronized stocks like that. Of course, then he's
That F smash you were talking about.
Cyber just comes up and duffs you with that
Just-
forward smash. And then,
Run up and do it. Why not?
You know, one thing I love seeing about Vinny's Sheik is, you know, the ever-loving commentator meme that Sheik can't kill. Yet, I never really feel that in watching Vinny's Sheik. He's always so patient, so good at being able to build up damage. And then when it does come time to end out those stocks, we always see him with various different setups regarding whichever character he's fighting, where the percentage differences lie. It seems like he has such a good understanding of what he needs to do to end out these stocks.
It's definitely a switch you flip in your head. As soon as you realize, like, okay, it's time to take a stock, no more, you know, just neutral options, just figure out what you're going to do to get that stock out.
It's just now occurring to me that Cyber's sitting with a stock up on everybody.
No.
And as
Oh,
I
is it?
nah. But he held it for a fairly long time, and Chris sort of paying the price for it. He's sitting at 95. There's no reserve stock. Like, he's prime bully target for Red Team right now.
And knowing Chris, like, the way he's playing today, he wants to just keep on getting in. And he's, you know, going to have a hard time playing reserved and not making mistakes here.
And with some questionable DI, it's going to leave Cyber once again in the 2v1 situation. Things a little bit less haphazard now, as he doesn't have as much percentage on him from the last time we saw him in this situation. But he's going to have to put in a good amount of work if he's going to try to even up this situation. There, dodge lead. I liked it, but it's not well timed enough.
How much do they have to respect Spin Dash that they both just shielded? Earlier, like, you saw Mystery just counter it because it was not a big deal, but, you know, at that point, I guess it was because they were, like, scrunched up on each other. They didn't want to make any mistakes and, like, hit each other.
Right.
And, nope, no up there.
He was placing himself in such a good position there. He was ready for whatever type of DI that Cyber had brought to the table. And with a solid needle confirmed, it's going to lead to the back air, and just like that, Vinnie are going to be climbing further. It's looking kind of cut and dry for these two.
Mm-hmm.